It's late November. I'm going to show you how I get my roses, especially my once blooming roses such as Gallicas. This is Ellen Toffelmeyer by Paul Burden. I've got Marianne. I've got Tuscany Superb. I've got Desiree Perimetrier. And again, I do not speak French. Um, so if I'm mispronouncing names, I don't speak French. I've never taken a French class, so I do apologize. I have found that my once blooming roses, such as the Gallicas, Damasks, bourbons, such as Variegata di Bologna, um, bloom better when I take the leaves off, which I'm showing you right now. Hopefully. Here. Yeah, there we go. Which I take the leaves off. I find that they bloom better the next spring than when I leave them on. A couple years ago, I actually had some that I did not take the leaves off, and I did not get any blooms on them at all the next spring. I usually try to do this late November, Thanksgiving-ish time. I have done it as late as Christmas break because it does take a while for pulling the leaves off. You can do a couple different ways depending on your depending on the orientation and type of thorns. You can with some of them you can pull down and away like like this. On the Father Hugo's rose that I just did, I actually found that as long as I didn't squeeze the canes too tightly, I could start at the base of the cane and pull my hand back up toward it and strip the leaves like off the cane like that. I would not do that with a rose whose thorns point backwards or are stiff, for reasons that you would probably wind up with a lot of thorns in your hands. Father Hugo's thorns were pretty flexible, or at least they are when the rose bush is young. This is my first season, the summer that just completed was my first summer with the rose, so I guess we'll find out next fall, whether or not it's going to allow me to do that again. This is a smaller rose bush. It took me probably 45 minutes to do Tuscany Superb. One thing I would caution is one of the ways to do it is to grab. I mean, I can't do it holding my phone and showing it, but grabbing the top parts of the leaves and you taking the other one and pulling the leaves off from that. You can also just do what I did, where again, depending on the orientation and type of thorns, you can wrap your fingers or hands around the canes and pull upwards and strip the leaves like that. This is a task that I highly recommend you wear gloves doing. You could also take some pruners and come through and cut where the petiole, which is that fringe thing there, right here. Cut it off at the cane. I have mixed success doing that, so I wouldn't do that again. An advantage of stripping the leaves is you can find out where your suckers are, which is if they're own roses, especially if they're Gallicas or other roses that old garden roses that spread through sucker, mosses, some damasks. This is Tuscany Superb, complete. Yes, it looks like I'm now growing sticks. When I mentioned the grabbing the top, you just have to remember to come back and remove top leaves so you don't have poodle on top type idea. I would definitely do it with my once blooming roses. So again, the Gallicas, the Bourbons, Damasks, Centifolias, mosses, albas, even species roses. I do it with repeat bloomers. I don't know if it's a necessary. Like I was saying, I don't know if doing it on repeat bloomers is necessary. I have done it on repeat bloomers and they've been fine. I haven't complained too much. I find that it's better with the once bloomers that forces a dormancy with them. And like I was talking about, it also shows where the suckers are. Here's the sucker where that's where the main bush is. So there's the sucker growing out here, main bush there, so it's 1.5 feet away. Ow! You do have to watch for the thorns as you move around your garden. Also, by taking the leaves off, you can see the aspects of the canes. Father Huger's rose is a nice red color, which I'll walk up there and show you real fast. Reddish brown, which you can't really see when the leaves are covering it. Here's Marianne. This is, I don't know if you can see those. If you look at the thorn, I would not strip leaves going backwards, because that would definitely wind up in your thumb or fingers and not feel so great. This is Desiree Permutier, which again I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing. It's a Gallica, it suckers as well. So here's the main bush right there. There's another rose growing right next to it. There's a sucker. I'm probably gonna have to move that other rose later. One thing I would caution when doing this is at the tips they can be pretty flexible, so you have to be pretty gentle with pulling them off so you don't wreck the growing tips or pull the growing tips off completely, which I've done before. Not always the funnest thing to do in the world. And like I said, I usually do this with my once blooming roses. I have done it with my repeat blooming roses, but I'm not sure that that's a necessity. It does take a little while, so plan on doing it when you have quite a bit of time. I think I covered everything that the important parts of how I get my roses ready for winter. Some of them I will be mulching. I will not be doing this to my tea roses because I believe that, or I'm hoping that if it does get cold or icy or whatever, the leaves will protect the canes and buds and allow it to get on the leaves and not the canes and buds and kill those. They did survive a almost 5B 2-week period. 5B meaning the USDA zone that's just below us. That we are currently on the borderline of 5B 6A. I have grown roses in, this is actually the coldest zone, It's a 5B, 6A. Some people, depending on whom you talk to, will say 5B. Some will say 6A. The rest of my rose gardens have all been in 7 or 8, zones 7 or 8. Mother Nature will actually do this for you on some roses, and it can actually be pretty on how it does it. Like rugosas will turn yellow, the leaves will turn yellow and then fall off. If you're living in climates of Mother Nature, will do that for you. And I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and if you do like it, go ahead and hit like so it can help spread that. Thank you for your time, and have a good day.